Hello, I'm going to show you the loadout system for Angels Fall First. This is a loadout screen. In the upper left we have the storage window here, and that allows you to see presets, which are the actual loadouts, and you can rename presets, create new ones, and delete existing ones if you want to clean things up. You can edit presets for infantry as well as all of the vehicles, and you can switch between the different factions. On the upper right we have the budget window, which shows you your budget for command, support, and combat, and it'll show how many points are used and how many points are available at your current rank. In the lower right we have the view screen window, and it shows you what your unit looks like, and you can press appearance, use the mouse button to scroll in and out, or press down and rotate. You can change the camo type, and you can change the colors to mess around and create a camo that you like. Your camo setup will be saved across all loadouts for that faction, including for vehicles, which is pretty cool. And it's different for each faction, so you can have a different setup here, as you can see. Okay, go back here. So in your appearance view window, there's a stats tab, and that will show you the stats of whatever you have selected. So, which is good for, I usually have that open most of the time. In the lower left we have your equipment window. I'm going to choose suit, and that will open up the slots window to the right of it. And then if I click on a slot, that'll open choices for that slot. And in the choices I can choose a choice. Each choice has a description underneath at the bottom, so that'll help you figure out what is what. I can also replace items in that slot, or if I want to remove it, at the very bottom of the list as an empty plus sign, that removes that item for your slot. Okay, so let's get back into equipment and suits. If you click on the actual suit, you'll have the medium class suit, and then a light armored suit, and a heavy armor suit, and each has different slot loadouts and different stats. And you have helmet slots and body slots with different upgrades you can add in. And the melee slot here, that's currently your only option, is one knife. It's not like a battlefield insta-kill item. It does have a right mouse button charge alt fire mode, which is pretty effective. I have one shot killed many players using that. And then below that we have your sidearm slot. Default is the multi-wrench, which I recommend keeping unless you have a particular need for a submachine gun or a pistol in the slot, just because the multi-wrench allows you to repair armor on vehicles and allies, as well as to revive allies. So that makes you a very effective teammate just using that tool effectively. Alright, so below that we have two primary slots, and these are your primary weapons, which you can mix and match and use. You can also use the submachine guns and pistols from the sidearm slot. So if you want, you can run around with 3 pistols. Also note that at any point you can pick up a primary from a fallen player. So early game, when you don't have so much space, you don't necessarily need to carry 2 secondaries. You can just carry 1 or even just a pistol and then pick up primaries as you go along. Explosive slot. You have 2 different types of explosives, grenades and det packs. Grenades are pretty standard. Det packs they can be used as alt-fired as C4, where you can trigger them remotely, or by default they're more like motion sensor mines for infantry. And you can also not carry grenades if you want, but right. And then you have 2 charges, and there are various explosive types. The cool thing about this is you can mix and match. So I know a lot of people like double fragmentation because they generally one-shot kill any infantry. But you can also have mixed effects. So if you wanted a corrosive fragmentation grenade, you can do that. Same goes for the det packs and mines for vehicles. You can have 2 charges. So, oh, det packs only have 1. Okay. All right. And then below that you have 2 kits. And kits are generally support role deployables. And again, you can carry mix and match to your desire for your fitting. And they have descriptions which are pretty self-explanatory. And that is pretty much everything. Some popular combinations that people use for kits are the shield, which is a deployable shield bubble, and then putting a turret inside of the shield, which is an excellent force multiplier. The med pack and munitions pack work pretty much the same as the Battlefield series packs do. You drop them and people can come and get more ammo. Grenades do get resupplied with the munitions pack, which is good to know. Yeah, that's it. All right, I hope you enjoyed.